Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one, number one grinder. We got another one for y'all today. Family, we need to do better now, part 11. But this time, it's going to be a panel discussion. Yes, this usually I do this solo, but I usually I'm gonna do a panel discussion. Good afternoon, Sister Coco. And let me read this out before I continue. Come enjoy a real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous ones individually. Let's make a change within ourselves and genuine being there for each other. We all we got. Yes, yes, yes. We all we got. So what we going to do? Um, I'm gonna hit y'all. Probably hit you with two intros because I got do something or one, never know. And I'll be right back.
this out. Perfect.
Champion, the way of the warrior. Champion eyes. Get back up. My spirit cries.
But you're a well-rounded warrior. You keep on fighting. That's what I am. Well-rounded warrior. I say for me, I've been passed over my family, my fans, so-called family, some so-called family members, some friends, and etc. Pass over me. They feel that I'm not even there, and I used to accept it as I'm gonna prove something to you. Nah, that I have to understand when I get older is what I am. And I have to understand that when I'm moving of a certain space of my life to strive to do better, not that many people are going to understand your vision. Not many people is refused to understand the growth of your vision, of your self-vision. The growth of your vision help some.
You ain't lying.
Welcome to my channel, the underrated darkness, yours truly, the underrated one, the #1 grinder, the best kept secret in YouTube. Welcome to my channel, the underrated darkness, yours truly, the underrated one, the #1 grinder. Welcome to my channel, the underrated darkness, yours truly. Welcome to my channel, the underrated darkness, yours truly, the underrated one, the #1 grinder, the best kept secret
in YouTube. Welcome to my channel, the underrated darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one, the number one grinder, the best kept secret in YouTube.
Hey, what's going on? I take it some business, so I had to give you a little something. Um, oh, hold on, let me pause this. Sorry, yeah, thank you, Coco T. Yeah, again, anybody that I'm start playing some. I got private video clips. I'm gonna put my email in the chat right now. Anybody that wants to join the panel, there goes my email. Hold on, hold on. Hold on 1 second, please. Hold on 1 second. I'm back. I'm back. Again, this is number 11. This is part 11. Family, we have to do better now. Part 11. We have to do better now. Part 11. Quite a few video clips. So again, Deanne Irvin, if you wants to get on each clip, we can talk about it. No problem. More than welcome. Unique Dawn, if you wants to get on, that's more than welcome. It's open panel. It's open panel. Thank you, Sister Deanne. Like the video. Yeah, so far I'm making it. Yeah, thank you, Sister Deanne. Yeah, I'm making it. I'm doing the thing. Hey, you know me. You know, I'll be dropping that. You know, I'll be doing how I do it. Good afternoon. Anybody that wants to get on the panel, there goes my email right there. JT Blackman. Let me know you send me an email so I can send you the link to get on the panel. So let's get it on. If you hear me, Coco Team, you can go get on the panel. Get on the panels. What I'm gonna do, we gonna play the first one. I'm trying to get the big ones out first and everything. So anybody that wants to get on the panel again, let me know. You send me an email so I can get you on. All right. Here goes the first one. This is 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Be back.
Watch this video and I'll be right back. This will not be an easy watch for anyone.
This is the spot of the lynching of Mary Turner. In southern Georgia during the early spring of 1918, a white plantation owner by the name of Hampton Smith was found murdered at the age of 25. Immediately drawing an angry crowd, the plantation workers of Hampton's property, also known as Old Joyce Place, were targeted at once. Within the list of 13 suspects was a man named Hayes Turner. Born in 1892, Hazel Hayes Turner was a 19-year-old farm laborer who was married to a young woman named Mary Hattie Graham. Taking her married name of Turner, Mary was 8 months pregnant at the time of Hampton Smith's killing, and the couple knew all too well about the dangers they now faced for simply being black. Within just 3 days of Smith's untimely death, Hayes Turner was one of many who were captured by police and arrested as a suspect. Little did Turner know, but a plantation worker named Sidney Johnson was already being looked at as the main suspect, not Turner. Despite the whimsy of Georgia's judicial system following Smith's murder, Hayes Turner was nonetheless questioned and kept in the county jail for further investigation. That was until the sheriff decided Turner might be more safe from the town's angry mob if he was taken to a neighboring city and held in custody there. County Sheriff Wade, who was accompanied by a court clerk, removed Hayes from his cell and headed towards the town of Quitman. Hayes never made it. At some point, Sheriff Wade stopped the vehicle en route as a mob of 40 white men blocked the road. They snatched the prisoner out of the vehicle, and a handcuffed Turner was led into the woods where he was hung by the neck in a tree. His body stayed there from Saturday to the following Monday, when he was finally cut down, and his corpse was buried no more than 50 feet from the tree where he was murdered. Already distraught over the arrest of her husband while she was inching ever closer to her delivery date, Hayes Turner's wife Mary was traumatized the following day when she learned that her husband had been lynched. Without a doubt, Mary knew that the persons responsible hid their acts behind the shine of a sheriff's badge, and in her despair she publicly announced her pleas for justice to be served. She demanded that those responsible for her 19-year-old husband's brutal murder be charged with their crime, and that they proceed to seek justice in the local county courtroom. When the mob heard of Mary's demands, they sprung into action to hunt the pregnant woman down. Mary simply had no time to escape the clutch of their racist grasp around the neck of the situation. When the mob caught up with Mary, just one single day after the lynching of her own husband, the crowd showed no mercy as they put their deranged plan into action. First, the crowd of white mobsters took her to Folsom Bridge. A tree hung just over the water on the banks, and that was where they decided to throw their rope. They tied the pregnant widow's feet together tightly and began to hoist her off the ground feet first. As Mary Turner dangled from the tree upside down, she began to scream in pain and cried for mercy over the life of her unborn child. The mob would have none of it. They then began throwing buckets of liquid on Mary, which were filled with motor oil and petroleum from their vehicles. With a gas-soaked face and her clothing that was dripping with the flammable combination, a match was lit. As Mary's hair caught fire, she screamed in agony. Her cries fell on deaf ears as a member of the mob approached her writhing in pain. He pulled out a knife, yanked her layered house dress off to expose her abdomen, and with a brutality that is incomprehensible, The man sliced Mary's stomach open with jagged sawing motions, and he removed her infant baby by letting it drop to the ground, where it made 2 small cries. As Mary bled to death hanging upside down from the tree, her first interaction with her baby was watching that same man stomp repeatedly on her infant's head with the heel of his boot, killing it instantly. Within minutes, Mary Turner and her baby were both dead. The mob then cut her down, put the rope around her neck, and hung her lifeless corpse from the same branch of the tree that extended just over the water in front of the bridge. The crowd riddled what was left of the woman with bullets for hours, inflicting hundreds of bullet holes into her body. There, she remained for some time. The only thing marking her grave when she was finally cut down was an empty whiskey bottle with a congratulatory cigar stuffed into the neck.
I've been debating for a few days if I was going to post this video because this story triggers the fuck out of me. But I had to move past that to share her story. These are the stories that they want to bury. They want us to forget. I cannot even imagine the terror and I cannot comprehend the brutality and savagery, especially to children. It was not just 1 or 2 or 3 white people. It was hundreds of thousands that exhibited this type of brutality. And those people that had to die at the hands of these people, their stories will be shared. Even if it triggers me. In 2018, they had put up this memorial for Mary Turner. And of course, some racist people went over there and shot it up with bullets. But y'all want us to forget though, right? Y'all want us to think that slavery was so long ago and the mistreatment of black people were hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Yet there is a memorial. And motherfuckers went over there and shot it. Just to remind us that they're still here. And that they don't mind using the same brutality. So please, miss us with the bullshit. Racism is alive and well. And white people, it's your job to eradicate it. Oh my God, this video was hard.
Hey, welcome, Sister Coco Tina. Welcome, welcome. How you feel today?
I am well, thank you. Shoot, I'm a little disturbed now, but I'm good.
Okay, what's your take on that? Or you don't? Or you want me to go to the next one?
I mean, that was deep. That was very deep and very graphic, and I just couldn't. I'm just putting myself in her shoes, and I'm like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't imagine.
Mm-hmm.
She fighting for justice for her husband, and then got retaliated on and got worse, I believe. But that was then, and it's still as she said, it's still some now. It's just not, we don't hear about a lot of the brutality part.
Yeah, exactly. I said my take on this is like all about the system hasn't changed, and there are some people being optimistic about it, but I'm not, and then so now they don't shoot us with it. They shoot us with legislation and other things. So that's what. I was gonna go about the New York Jet rant. That's gonna be after this. After I finish everything on the clips, stay tuned. Jet rant on this live. Hold out on that. Stay tuned. I was gonna do a beginning, but not. So we're gonna go to the next one again. Anybody that wants to join the panel, please send me an email. Let me know you send me an email so I can send a link. So I send a link to y'all to get on the panel. On to the next.
So this is another victim card from the Black Women Committee, and we got to really break these chains and really call it out and call it like it is. So first, I want to say I do understand. Back in the day, they used to label us as the angry black woman to prevent us from making a difference or being able to fight for our rights in the past. But today, that is not the case. It's not the case at all. Black women are actually living up to these statistics and stereotypes. If you're loud, ill-mannered, a lot of us, even for me, the rap music was very masculine. A lot of us, look, Glorilla. She sounds just like a man. And when we want to sleep around because men do it. We want multiple partners because men do it. We want to do all this stuff because men do it. Why can't we do it? And then when we're labeled masculine, we're mad. Well, I can be a woman and do things men do and not be. No, you cannot. That's why there are roles and things that men do and things that women do. But when you start wanting to fight to do things that men do, you become masculine. And also, when you lay around, sleep around, make bad decisions with your body and have to become the protector and provider of your household because you don't have one, then you become masculine. That's just the truth. And being labeled as a hoe, that's what we're talking about. This women liberation movement that's going on. That means if you're not showing no skin, you're not free. That's a lie. Those women are enslaving themselves. They walking around looking like prostitutes, showing all their cleavage, short attire on, face full of makeup. You cannot tell a difference between a modern day woman and a stripper. So when you're going around looking like and possibly acting like it with this new sensual movement, we don't belong to each other thing. It's a lot of bitter women with this ideology when they don't want to commit in a relationship because we think we're supposed to keep moving on and we're not supposed to submit and commit to a man. So we want to sleep around, masculine and being a hoe. And you don't want nobody to call it out. That's all that is. And all I want is for women to do better. Step up. It's time for women to start holding women accountable. And we need to start doing right because our daughters are looking up to us. Our daughters need us to do right. We ready to prostitute them off and we don't even realize it. Mothers, it's time to get it together.
Let me get this off. Okay, your take, Tina. Salute to my brother G5. Salute to my brother. If you want to come up, let me know. My email's in the chat, or you may send the link to IG. Let me know.
Mm, um, I got mixed feelings about that. I don't think that a female that is fighting for equal rights should be considered masculine. Because there are some things that there are some fields or way of living that is unequal when it comes to the roles of a man or a female. And lastly, just because a woman becomes the household provider for herself and children, that does not make her masculine either. So that's just, something that she has to do to maintain for the children. So mm, some things I agree, some things now. As far as us women who want to act like a male, yes, I'm all in agreement in regards to they're becoming masculine and they're losing their femininity.
Okay. I get my take on it is this that the things that she says she is right. I haven't seen my family that there are some women they make certain choices and they want to bring the children up. They don't want the man to get involved. And then they want to cry wolf was things was really happening. And I'm not saying what you're saying is right, it's wrong because it's not. And then it has a ripple effect, and I see it even right now. And don't I'm just saying just be accountable. If you're gonna make these decisions, this is what you're gonna get out of it. Do not cry victim. That's all I'm saying. But I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You're absolutely right. So on to the next.
I've been quiet about this long enough that I'm fixing to speak up on this trucking industry. Look, we as truckers are away from our families 30, sometimes 60 days, sometimes 2 months. We miss birthdays, we miss holidays, we miss our kids' football games, basketball games, all out here working ourselves to death to make sure that America keeps moving, literally keeps moving. Without truckers, you ain't got gas at the gas station. Without truckers, you don't have medical supplies at the hospital. Without truckers, you don't have clothes. You don't have blankets. You don't have nothing. And the bottom line is everybody from the everyday citizen all the way up to the FMCSA has their hands in our pocket ripping us off. I don't know what has happened over the last couple of years that truckers have become the target for all the rules and regulations that you could possibly put on one person. Number one, we got to run on a clock. For the public that don't know this, we have to drive 11 hours straight. And then we have to shut down. We can't move our vehicle for 10 hours. We have to sleep 10 hours. And what that does is that puts you in a position where you can't stop and take a break if you want to. You can't take a nap. You have to drive those 11 hours because if you don't, you're going to lose your time. On top of that, we got the freight brokers who are the middlemen in between the shippers and the truckers who are taking 80 to 85% of all of our profit, who are sitting behind a computer screen, ain't doing nothing but filing some paperwork, and we're out here running friggin' 2,000 miles for $4,000. Gas prices are through the roof. Every time you turn around, the gas prices are going up. Right now, it costs $1,000 to fill up one of these trucks. Now, just think about this. You're running every day. If you're running 7 days a week, your gas bill is going to be pretty damn expensive. Probably $5,000 to $6,000, $4,500, $100. And the rates out here are $2 and something a mile. Everybody is taking advantage of the truckers. And it's getting to the point now where it's fixing to explode. We just can't take it no more. We're out here sacrificing. We're away from our families. We're not home and we're running y'all's goods. We're taking care of America. We're doing what's necessary to get you what you need. And yet the federal government, friggin' everybody from the federal government down to the everyday citizen has their hands in our pocket, taking advantage of us. It's unsafe out here on this road. We don't have nowhere to park. That's the bottom line. And when we do find somewhere to park, we got a tow truck that's hooking up to our damn truck or putting a boot on our truck because we don't have nowhere to friggin' park as it is. And the FMCSA says they're all about.
Hold on.
Say why America is the greatest country in the world.
Diversity and opportunity.
Hold on, yo. Hold on. See something.
I got to get out of character.
Hold on. I'm trying to look for the video. Oh, Coco Titi, what's your take on that? What I'm looking on.
As far as trucking, so I have people that I know that has been in that industry, and yes, the truckers do move a lot of products for the U.S. and others, and sometimes the legislation can be a little strict. But I think it's strict because of safety reasons. Because I had speaking to or knowing these truckers, sometimes they do bend the rules, just to get that dollar, and they can make it unsafe for others on the road. So. Yes, there are stricter guidelines, but yes, I do believe that there should be an increase in money, especially because of what they do and what they endure while they out in the roads.
Okay. I said Malik Fall was a trucker back in the 50s, and back then it was worse. It was much worse. And that's something to really think about, Should I say take care of them? But at the same time, if you're trying to break the law, you need to get done with, And so
It's all about getting caught, though. It's all about them getting caught. And, they did do, they used to have manual logbooks. I don't know. I know some people changed to electronic logbooks so that they can keep better records of the time. As far as them having to run a certain amount of straight hours, I don't know nothing about that. I know as far as running, if you break, then that just puts extra time on your hours to use. So I don't know about that part.
Okay, I got you. Well, again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Dark is yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best cat secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. This is family. We need to do better. This is part 11, and on to the next.
Say why America is the greatest country in the world.
Diversity and opportunity.
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Well, the New York Jets. No, I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. Is America
not the greatest country in the world, Professor? That's my answer.
You're saying?
Yes. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey.
And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what you're talking about. Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore.
Go ahead.
Oh, dang, I'm sorry. I really don't have no comment on that. I really don't.
You want to hear mine?
We have we do have a complex problem. That's all I can say. We have a complex problem, and we do think we're great, but that's anyone. That's even you as your person. If you don't have confidence in yourself, if you don't have the confidence in yourself, and you don't believe that you are great, who else will believe that you are great if you don't have that confidence? That that means that arrogance, yes, and we as the U.S. are very arrogant. And so we do have a lot of confidence in ourselves, but then we do have a lot of countries who also believe in that confidence, and that builds us up, right? But that's just me. That's my opinion, and I can feel your opinion coming, JT. I can feel it.
You want to hear it?
Oh no now.
I say this. Everything he said is facts. There's division in this country. Hey, look. Hey. JT ain't make the rules. I'm just a messenger. The United States had gave billions and billions of dollars to little old Ukraine, while people suffering in this country. The infrastructure is is breaking down. They said jobs is like created. It's not really creating. People driving, they search for the gas price that they could pay. You can't get food you really want to. The sports goods is not coming when it should. Longer lines is in the supermarket because they're just a few trucks is coming out. You got people dying in groups because they don't get the medicine that they should. But we give billions of dollars to a country that don't care about me. Now, people say, you should be grateful. Yeah, I'm fine. But I can say this, that, and then, you pay for everybody else. And what about black people for reparations? I know there are some black people don't believe reparations. Well, if you don't believe reparations, you need to keep your mouth shut and give your half to somebody else so they could benefit. But we get billions of dollars to these countries. And but we suffering here. Well, hey, we'll keep what did I know, right? Let's go to the next one.
I got to get out of character and put this on the internet, which I don't want to do. But I try to call my son. People say, why you call? I did. He don't call back. It's been months. So my question is to Romeo. Like, if you've been in the business for long as you've been in, and you're a 30-something-year-old man, and if you've been around me, watching me hustle and do my thing, why you not where you want to be at? Because that means you're not listening. That means you want to do your own thing. You done brought your own circle of people, but you can't get mad at me because I really thought this was about, the only reason I entertained this on social media, I thought it was about the DJ Twitch post I put up, and I thought it was about my daughter's death. I thought you was grieving. Mental illness is real. But I want to tell all the people out there that just don't understand how bad my heart hurt. Romeo lost a sister, but I lost a daughter. And for any parent that's going through this, because I know debt, it bring people closer together or it tear them apart. But I come from nothing, y'all. And I could go back. I'm cool with it. I won't be angry at God. I won't be upset. I won't go get mad and be disrespectful to my parents and none of that stuff. I just say, Dad, thank you for putting me in this world, not to get out and hustle and go do my thing. But that's the problem. When you take kids and you kind of like protect them from the real struggle and the pain, and you don't allow them to deal with their own consequences. And then when they grow older, you never gave me nothing. At 30-something, man, people could go back and look, you've been shining for a long time, son. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call me or come to the house and holler at me. The saddest thing about this is what the people want to see. They want to see destruction. So if you destroy me, what are you going to do for the rest of the family? Are you going to take care? You told me on the post that you put up, you go take care of people in the community. That's what you're supposed to do when you come from that. You go help people. I'm just not helping ungrateful people. I'm not an ATM machine. People can't just say they love me when I give them something. I'm tired of that, y'all. And any other parents, you could be rich or poor at a smaller level. You might give your kid $10, but if that's all you got, I've always fell off, got back up, hustled, did my thing. I'm tired of all these blog sites and all this stuff, poking and having fun. Y'all can, but I'm about to go back to work and do what I got to do. I love my family. My door is always open for my son. To be honest, because we shouldn't have to go through this. And if I'm wrong, forgive me. I'm apologizing to you if I'm wrong. I'm still a work in progress. I come from nothing. Everybody go through trauma. I'm dealing with this right now, but I love going out into the community and helping people. That's the way I heal. Allow me to heal. I don't have to be sitting around moaning and crying and all. I can't get my daughter back. But I can get out there and keep a legacy going, keep a name going. So let's do this in love and let's do this in peace. Because this is what the system wants. Think about it. We stronger together. But you older now. So you got to lead by example for the rest of the kids. And we can get through this. I'm just telling y'all, keep y'all prayers. We need it. And God gonna do what he got to do. You know, I'm not gonna come on here no more. So bloggers and everything else is cool. Whatever you want to deal with Romeo. Whatever y'all think he's saying is true or whatever, that's cool too. I can live with it. I'm at peace now. I had to speak my piece.
I'm gonna give it to you.
In regards to Romeo and Master P, I just think that some things don't need to be public. All families have turmoil. All families have disagreements. All families handle things differently. In this instance, it seemed like Romeo came out to the public to get something that he want, which eventually he got. And again, I they use a bad situation. They took away the sympathy and the awareness about suicide and made it about them. And I don't agree with that.
I would say this, right? that Roman been poking on Master P for a long time. Master P, he like he said, he came from nothing. He always helped out our community, you know. And he, like he said, this is what he do. And I don't know, Romeo, you want to be fed or something, or you. But Master P, he gave you the keys. He gave you the blueprint. Listen, brother, son, this is what you do. You need help. Hey, I can help you. But just the blueprint and everything, and you still want more, more, more. I'm talking as a man now. Like my late parents always say this. One way or the other, you got to deal with this world for yourself. You got to make your own path. And Master P did what he had to do. So what I'm saying is, what do you expect Master P is supposed to do then? If he keep on getting ridiculed, getting disrespected by his own blood, I mean, I ask people, what is he supposed to do? He's supposed to take it on the chin all the time? While he providing generation wealth? Because I can't mess with you. Listen, man. And he always teaches, yeah, when you get it, we got to generate generation wealth so our people can get, we can demand and get. That's what he provided his son. And this is what he helping us as a community. Listen, man, I can get generation wealth. We can do this and everything. So, Roman, you want your father to hold your hand all the time? You try to take away your father's vision? Think it's all about you? We got some bratty kids. I'm sorry, we got some bratty kids, and some of them are ungrateful. You funny to see y'all. What I'm saying, come on. Let's go to the next. No,
I've been quiet about this long enough that I'm speaking straight up on this trucking industry. Look.
I already showed that one. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. I already showed that. Let me see. On to the next.
It's about to be 2023. Can we stop with there's no good men out here? Because let's keep it 100. There's plenty of fucking good men out here. Ooh. But a lot of you bitches will sit there and friend zone these good men because they don't got big bank accounts. They don't got the hottest car. They don't have the nicest house. But guess what, baby? You know what comes along with the cute boy, with the big bank account and the nice car? 29 different other bitches trying to fuck him.
Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people who don't agree with me. I don't care. I'm going to tell you something. Yes, high value men have other things that men don't have. The 6 figures, the being able to take care of you, all this type of stuff. But a lot of them want to dip and dabble in the other bitches. But guess what a man who works a 9 to 5 is going to give you? Monogamy. That's the main thing most women want, is a man who's loyal to them. The reason why those men aren't appealing to you is because they're not flashing it around. They don't have 1,000 bitches around them. And when you guys see a man who doesn't have a whole bunch of women around him, you think something's wrong with him. Yet you want men to practice sexual retention. Yet when you meet a man like that, you're oblivious to it. I don't get this. Women would rather chase a man like Chris Brown or Drake, be put through the ringer, cry later in the future on why they're a single mother, than be with a guy who works a 9 to 5 and is monogamous. In the end, you might not have all the flourishing things that you want, right? But you know what you have that money cannot buy? Loyalty. I would take that over anything. I want something money can't buy. But that's why I say a lot of women in this generation, they don't think. They're delusional. But I'm with Green Eyes over here. Go ahead, baby. Tell them. You know what really trips me out about women in this generation is a lot of women, not all, have very high body counts, right? There's no good men, but you're letting them hit. That's really embarrassing. It really is. And another thing I want to add is there's no good men, right? But follow me, your body count's super high. None of those men wanted to cuff you up, but they're the bad men. Oh, like I said, gonna hit a nerve, but it's all right. I would hate to say I got 40 bodies and none of the men wanted to fucking marry me. Because any man I've ever put the poom poom on has been fucking obsessed with me. I have never had that issue. So like I said, we're 2 different women. I'm super glad that I don't have to experience any of these type of things. But like I said, ladies, it is going to be 2023. And if we keep hearing oh, men are this, men are that, honey, maybe you should stop going to clubs and partying because I didn't know you were going to meet your husband there. Start looking for different men. Start going around men who are deserving of your love, men who care about themselves. There are men out here who work great jobs, who stay home, cook, clean, meal prep, go to the gym. But you'd rather date the guy who has 50 million girls in his DM and treats you like an option. Blame yourself. It has nothing to do with good men at this point anymore, ladies. You guys wouldn't even be able to see a good man if it slapped you right in the face. You're too used to toxic dudes.
Oops. Your call.
Let's keep it 100. First of all, she need to have a better choice in addressing women. I don't like that B word. That's number one. Number two, yes, there's a lot of good men out here. I agree. And there's a lot of bad ones that make it bad for the good men. So and vice versa. There's the same with women. So I'm not gonna play. There's a lot of bad women out here that makes it hard for good women. So
Okay, I get what you're saying, Cocotina, but there are women out there, and I'm not saying you, that still refuse to hold women accountable. Some of these women, they call themselves the B word. So what you would say about that?
I mean, it's again, we all have to hold each other accountable. And for me, I try my hardest not to address another woman as that, um, unless they're acting. So we do have women that act the part. So if they're acting the part, then yes, they get the name. But I just all mm, I don't know.
Okay, but I would say this, Cocotina, all due respect. When we see men, when we call men simp, when we call men certain words and stuff, we don't get the same luxury, and it should be the same. But I get what you're saying. But they like again, they are women. They like to act the B word. Just as these men, I said these men wear panties, satin panties. So I'm saying, then people, oh, you shouldn't say it like that.
Yeah. I mean, each sex acts the if they act the part, then they should deserve the name.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. So let's go. We got it. Let me see. Let me see before we continue. Oh yeah, we got a few more to go. Okay. We up online. We up on it. On to the next. Anybody that wants to come on the panel, my email is jtblackman43 at gmail.com. Let me know you send me an email and I get you on the panel. All right. So on to the next.
A white girl who says the N word. What are you gonna do about it? I don't have a brand for you to cancel. I don't have a school for you to get me expelled from. I don't have a job for you to get me fired from.
That was quite a read, but I could do better. This white girl supports my theory that there is no one on this earth that feels a bigger sense of imposter syndrome than white people who feel like they're imposters to being white. Let me explain. So people of color, we tend to feel imposter syndrome when we feel like we're encroaching on white spaces that we don't deserve to be in. But I feel like there's also white people who feel imposter syndrome when they don't feel like they have lived up to or earned all the fruits of being white. Over the last few years, there's been a mass social education about how deep the roots of white supremacy are. It's not just about white people once upon a time being slave owners anymore. Like, we've unraveled how much deep systemic power, privilege, and resource comes with being white. Now imagine that education through the lens of a white person like this who embodies the idea of mediocrity. You don't have a job, you don't have an education, you don't have goals you're working towards. What does it really mean to you to somehow have all this power? It feels like it can't possibly be true, because if all this power, all this privilege and resource comes with being white, how come you are so mediocre as a white person? Sometimes you just deny that white supremacy exists if it doesn't apply to them, but I think it goes even deeper than that, because they want that power. Who doesn't want to be at the top of the social hierarchy? They want that privilege and that resource that comes with them. It sounds great. So what do they do when they feel like they're not getting those systemic benefits? They turn to real, tangible ways to exert that power. Because if they're not good enough to be extreme, then they're going to make everybody else feel like they're worse than their mediocrity. I feel like that's why these people have such an affinity for saying the N-word and other racial slurs, because anybody can say it. You don't need to have this wielding systemic power to be able to say it. You could just call somebody the N-word and be able to stand there and feel so powerful over them because you think you're exerting this incredible amount of discrimination and oppression against them. That act of saying the N-word feels like it personifies the social power you're supposed to have. It makes you feel so incredibly powerful in order to settle the cognitive dissonance that you have about supposedly having all this power, but individually being so mediocre.
So, welcome to my channel, Underrated Dark. It's yours truly, the number one grind and one of the best guest speakers on YouTube. This is another family. We need to do better now. This is part 11. We got brother NT in the building. No doubt. Appreciate it. Use it effectively. And also brother Lonzo Hall. Any of your brothers that wants to get on, we got a few more video clips, to get your take on it. Let me know. Let me know you send the email. My email is jtblackman43@gmail.com if you want to join. And after that, we finish the clips, I'm gonna get on my New York Jet rant. Stay tuned for that. Sister Coco Tina, please.
I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to that one, but I have no comment. But oops.
I'm telling your husband on you. I am telling your husband on you.
I was talking to him.
I'm still telling. It's all right. I'm telling. On to the
Can
next.
you imagine? What do you bring to the table? And the guy's like, this. Women would be like, so who pays the bills? And what does your car look like? And what kind of job do you have? And are you going to take care of the family? And do you know how to fight? Like if I was in trouble, you're going to protect me? And they'd have a whole list that you'd be checking off. He'd be like, well, you can barely keep up. And they're just like, this. No, this does not make a high value woman. It doesn't. There has to be more to you than that. And it's not this and I'm the CEO of my own company, because they don't care about that. We already told you that. So you can care about it. You can be proud of that CEO title all you want. But I'm telling you straight up, a guy would rather have a kind, loving, supportive, respectful woman that works at Arby's than have a CEO that's a nightmare to live with, that isn't supportive, that isn't respectful, and that doesn't care about him really.
All right. Before I continue, there's gonna be a jet rant. After I finish, I got a few. But let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Then after that, it's gonna be a New York Jet rant. Stay tuned. What's your take on this, Jack Rat, Brother Big Duke to the building.
Oh shit. Dang. Um. Ah, look, I have no words right now. My mind's somewhere else.
I'm telling. Okay. I'm telling. Being right, I'm telling on him. I'm telling. Mm-hmm. All right. On. Oh, no. On to the next.
They had the nerve, the audacity to let black folks suffer for 460 years. And at the end of the civil rights movement, rather than going back and saying, let's find out what has happened to black folk for 460 years. Have they been psychologically, emotionally, politically, educationally damaged? Nobody spent 1 minute of time trying to figure out what had happened to black folk over all that period of time. So in the course of the civil rights movement, at the end of it, they say, well, let's pretend that nothing has happened to them, that they were not injured, they were not hurt. And now let's go seek integration and pretend that we're all equal. Now that was grossly unfair, because by that point in time, and by the 1966 period, whites had become economic giants in America. They owned and controlled everything at that point in time. Black folk didn't own anything. Whites controlled almost 100% of all the wealth, the income, the privileges, the businesses, the resources, and all levels of government. Blacks had nothing. Blacks were 1-foot midgets. And they allowed us then to use integration to walk from our communities, from our ghettos over in their communities, totally disarmed, not understanding anything, blind, naked, and then saying that you can go and compete. Compete with what?
Say this though. Let me get this off because I don't want to get to. Let me say this off. Dr. Cortez has been champion for us get reparations and find out, know what's going on with the Constitution and the system for going over. Matter of fact, almost 60 years, and you still do not want to listen. We still think, everything is good. And I think that we need to pay attention to brother Chad Claude Anderson. And that's the problem. We don't pay attention to speakers and the ones that are around us that give us information so we can better ourselves. Your take, Sister Coco Tino, we go to the next one.
No, I'm in agreement. He has been very profound in fighting for us, and like you said, we do need tools, but we need to also learn how to create those tools. We do have creative minds. We have our minds are very creative, and we just need to become one, which is hard. And just create those tools that we need to persevere. That's all.
Okay, got it. All right, so let's go to the next one. We got after this, we got 1, 2, 3. After this, we got 4 more to go. Jet Rat at that on the way.
I'm gonna tell you guys a little brief story. I went to Morocco, right? While I was in Morocco, I was a part of a travel group, right? It was a black-owned travel group. There was one white guy on the group. We went to this coastal city called Essaouira, right? We went to this city, and they had Jewish quarters in the city from years and years ago when the city was built, right? We going into the desert. It's me and a whole lot of other black people, and this one white man is slathering on the sunscreen, just gloss it on. Bro looks like a glazed donut. So we go there, right? And I sit next to him. I said, "What you doing?" He was like, "Oh, I'm putting on sunblock." I said, "You really need that, huh?" And he was like, "Yeah, if I don't have it, I'm gonna burn, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna blah 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 blah." You feel me? And I say, "And this is the land of your ancestors, huh? This the land of your people," you say. You notice all of us black people here, we could be in the sunshine. We could be out here in the Sahara Desert where we were. And I don't need nothing out here. But this supposed to be the land of your people.
Drop the mic.
That's it. That's it for you, sister Cocatina.
We turn our backs on we basically she's saying we turn the backs on home. We always supposed to look out for home and build up home. And that's something that, we as a people don't do.
Mm-hmm. All right. I say this to her. Amen. 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 We're gonna go on to the next one.
The difference between people like you, regardless of your color, and people like me is I'm over here saying, why would you let anybody tell you that you didn't have all the same rights as anybody else?
Because they have guns, handcuffs, the law, the power, the financial systems, and everything else behind them to make it reality. Oh my God, a white woman, a typical white woman in her Ray-Bans, her infinity scarf, and her $100 haircut, sitting in her car lecturing black people on what it is to be black in America and what they need to do in order to be successful, and then going off and listing all of the financially successful black people she can think of to justify why it's the poor black person's fault that they haven't made it. You have no frame of reference for somebody else's lived experience. Quit blaming people for their own oppression. Listen instead.
Go ahead.
What you mean stop blaming? They are the cause. You trying to frustrate me. I get it.
No, I'm not trying to frustrate. I'm just saying that there are some people, even other races, trying to tell us how to be black. And how dare y'all? Forget all that. And lady, she's right. Well, after this, we have two more. On to the next.
Look, ladies, I get the whole body positivity thing, but keep that same energy. Some of y'all be acting like nobody's ever said nothing nice to you ever. Women have never been unfuckable. There are websites dedicated to every variation of y'all. BigBitches.com, UglyHeifers /stankmouth.com, RaggedyHoes Ain't Got No Feet. .org, double amputee bald-headed midgets.gov. All I'm saying is there's nothing that excludes you from the pipe show. You feel me? There are websites that are dedicated to women who are terminally ill and just want to bang before they go. And there's always a dude on the website willing to put in their work, though. I'm just saying, while we might rank women, we don't exclude them. Just because I said that she a 10 and she a 2, don't mean I won't bang the hell out that 2. Matter of fact, I might do the 2 first because ugly bitches fuck you back. Them dime pieces are starfish because it's exhausting being attractive. But you get you a clean 4, put you to sleep like NyQuil.
Hello? Don't comment on that.
Put it on the floor like NyQuil, huh? Interesting.
Okay.
No comment.
No comment. All right.
Oh, shit.
After this, one more after this.
See, you keep standing up in here talking about your rent need to get paid and your car note need to get paid. Now, the only thing standing between that happening is that motherfucking bed in there. So if you know like I know, and you want to help your motherfucking self, you go in and get that goddamn bed. And I promise you, you're going to leave here with cash motherfucking money. Money, you might be getting ready to go through something, but when you leave here, money going to be one thing that ain't going to be no problem. You might have a sore ass and a sore mouth, but you don't have no money problem. That going to be gone. That going to be over. You understand me? See, you keep standing up in here talking about.
Right.
I didn't hear it.
Want to hear it again? Oh, I took it away. Hold on. No, I took it away. That's all right. Last one.
My husband has to change me, and like when I lose the ability to move my arms and legs, whatever, my husband literally has to change my underwear, he's put on a pad, like done all that. I think pads are like the easier like way to go.
Okay.
I mean, what I supposed to say? Husband is supposed to help her out, but I mean that's what I supposed to be saying about that. What is wrong with a husband helping out the wife?
There's nothing wrong with it, but they don't. When I'm saying they don't talk about it.
They don't talk about the husband
No,
helping
they
out
don't. No,
the
they don't.
wife
No, they
if
don't.
she's not able.
No, she don't. There's a lot of husbands like that. They don't put out stories like that. I put the story out like this because I just want to show people in the media that there are men out here do help their wives out. They do be there, but the media do not want that. Do not want it. But I'm put it on here. Just as vice versa too. Like when a woman help a man out, same thing too. But they don't talk about stories like that because it deals with the man and women. Drum roll, please. Again, welcome to my channel.
Oh my.
The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the #1 grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. I ain't finished yet. And I want to people pay close attention because there's a rant that I'm good about. Good old green, New York Jets. Now I was going to wear the jersey and hat, but I ain't going to do that today. But I'm still repping New York. Spot I've been living in Virginia almost 10.5 years. But I always going to rep New York. But I'm going to tell you something about your doggone Jets. You need to grow the hell up. No matter who's the quarterback and everything, you got to rally. And I don't understand why LeBlanc, now I'm talking about fifth coordinator, that is LaFleur, but I call LeBlanc. Why you not getting players to perform? Now people say, but Granny, players gotta perform, but you not put them in situations. We got Garrett Anderson. You're not putting him in position. And Robert Saleh, I don't know what the hell you doing. That's 3 in a row. I said it and I say it again. I think Jets can win 8-9 games. They're just gonna miss the playoff because they lost a lot of close games. But they got smacked 19-3. Now there are some that, hey, these are young people and hey, and stuff like that. Hey, other teams had done it in the past. Suck it up and play. And your veterans, y'all need a core meeting saying you gotta stop this bleeding. There are some go Mike White. There are some go. But George, you don't understand. See, you're never gonna understand though, cause see, you into your other thing, so you're never gonna understand either. And I don't expect you to understand. I'm into basketball like that anyway, so let's just cool out. Let me get my rant on. But y'all gotta get it together. Because there are some whispering saying they still the same old Jets. Nah, I don't believe that. They whispering again. I think they turn it back to the same old Jets. And I know y'all don't want to hear that. Now they are talking about Bryce, when he got hurt, that the Jets went down. I don't believe that. He was an engine and other stuff like that. Yes, he was. They say, he go. But we got Robinson. Why you not playing him? He was a pro at the Jaguars. He was a Pro Bowl running back. I understand y'all, through the season y'all want to get the defense, but y'all should try to fix up the offensive line too. This is crunch time. People say, "Oh, you expect the Jets going to go in the playoffs?" No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they should at least get a taste of the playoffs, so when they come next year, they know what it's all about. They say, "Yeah, we went to the playoffs. We can build on that." People say, "Oh, just lose the first round of play." Hey, it's fine. It's fine. As long as they get to experience, they can build us. They can say, "Oh yeah." They come back to the camp. Yeah, we gonna do this. Yeah. That's how teams in the past was too. How do you think New England got better? Going to the early 2000s. They was getting knocked out too, but they got to get better. Despite I don't like the Patriots, by getting credits due. The Jamboree, my Harlem family. What's good? So y'all making a mockery of us, Jets? But people picking on me. Hey, you wearing the wrong jacket? Wearing the wrong hat? Hey, yo, you better slow down with that shit. I was from New York. I get in there, I get in you and do something to you. This ain't no casual fan. I'm straight up New York. And I'm proud to say that. And I back it up. That's what you see me, I got the Yankees on. I'm New York. Okay? Let's get that straight. Let the rest of the space know. I'm straight up New York. Don't come in with no nonsense here. But get back to the Jets. Get it together. Because if not, the number one grinder, I'm going to grind you out. There are actually teams in the AFC is passing y'all. They don't even deserve it. Losing a lot of close games and all that. Y'all ain't ready for the Jaguars. You know the Jaguars beat Dallas in the half. Overtime. You know they hype. Oh yeah, we gotta beat the Jets. And you mess up the spot. You're supposed to go there and crush them and bust that bubble. I don't want to hear those whisper. I think they going back to the same old Jets. I don't want to hear that. Get it together. On behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. This is the last of the family. We need to do better. Now, part 11. Part 12 might be next year. Will be next year, pardon me. And thank you to let me get this ran out. Thank you, Brother Prince. Thank for Sister Coco Tina to come on there and be my co-host. And the Judge I'm going to reach out to you soon, too. And I'm going to say it calmly. Just get it together. You don't want to hear this. No, you don't want to hear that. And share this out. If I don't speak to y'all today, have a, I don't celebrate holiday, but, y'all be safe out there. Most likely, I will be out of town. I'm gonna spend time with the miss. Then I'll be leaving most likely Sunday or Monday. I don't know yet, but I will be back. I believe Tuesday and Wednesday. Back where I'm at, and Miss was gonna come back, and then I'm gonna spend time with her where she at, and then she'll come back, spend time, be where I'm at and everything. I'll probably do little shorts here and there. I don't know. It really depends. And but y'all be safe out there now. A lot of crazy people out there. With kids, if you hear me, when your parents tell you to do something, you do it. Keep it close. A lot of abductions has happened. Some had attempted and some haven't. Some had fell through and fatal, and some haven't. So, and also adults get abducted too. So be careful of that too, right? Wherever you need to get it. Stay in the house. If you're going to travel, I hope you're traveling right now. You'll travel at night. You come back home to New Year's and stuff like that, and I advise you get a head start. But travel safely. You and your families be well. Have a blessed afternoon. This is the last of, again, the family. We gotta do better now. Part 11 is the last of it. And thanks for hearing me out on my New York Jet rant. And please be safe. Please be safe. Please be safe. And this is very important for me. Shout out to the Underrated One family. Shout out to the LDBC family. That stands for Lions Den Boston community. And also shout out to hashtag TWT family. Shout out to y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all be safe. Urge y'all, be safe. All right? This one is Ghettos. Be well, be well. If I don't see you in a few days, see y'all next year.